1998 was a Tuesday. At 11 years old, that meant basketball in the front yard, 2-on-2 if the boys were available, sign out if only 3, 21 or horse if only 2, and around the world if only 1. The way that basketball beat the pavement, I will never forget its sound. Thump, thump, thump. The porch light goes on, my mother's way of telling me to come inside. I dress for bed in my superhero pajamas and a t-shirt, have my mother braid my hair and crawl in bed for a night's rest. Gay man near death after beating, burning. On Tuesday, October 6, 1998, Matthew Shepard was at a bar, hoping to get a drink. Just like any other college kid. I mean, openly gay on the good old boy part of the country. He knew he was a walking target, knew what he was risking, knew he had to be himself. We always know. Aaron and Russell decided to give Matthew a ride home in the good old part of the country, because that's what happens there. You give rides home. They drove Matthew to a remote area, robbed him, pistol whipped him, tortured him, tied him to a split rail fence near Laramie, and set him on fire and left him to die. 18 hours later, he is found. Cyclists closing in think he's a scarecrow. To their horror, it's a boy, barely recognizable with a cracked skull and broken limbs tied to a fence, nimble, slowly dying from the cold temperatures, which is probably the only thing that kept him alive through the night. Laramie beating victim succumbs. Matthew Shepard died on Sunday, October 11th, 1998, 5 days after a normal outing turned deadly. I remember this 21 years later. Remember Matthew Shepard's story, his name, that first piece of gay history that I can remember without a book. And as a closeted 11-year-old who didn't know she was gay, I couldn't understand why someone would treat another person that way. And coming out at 24, I never thought it would happen to me. And when it did, I realized that hate still exists for people like me, people like Matthew, who just want to live our lives the only way we know how to.